I would like to take a few minutes and go through what I mean by some of these things on this outline. Okay? Let me just zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so for Wednesday's little quiz, I would expect you to be able to tell me what is physics. We did that like on the first day or two. Should be in your notes somewhere.
What's physics?
Yeah, it should be in there, that's right. Under graphing, that was sort of the one sort of topic, was talking about graphing. I would expect you to be able to find the slope of a line, both algebraically, like on a piece of paper, and on the laptop. I expect you to be able to type in data and give me the trend line. You did that as part of the lab. If one person did it and everyone else just sat back and said, oh, I'm going to let so-and-so deal with that, you've got a day to figure it out. That's tomorrow. No, you've got a day to figure it out, because you should have learned it the first time. When I say units of slope, what I mean is I might give you a graph, and I might give you something like grams and cubic centimeters. And when I say what are the units of slope, well, they are grams per cubic centimeter.
Whoa.
Pretty easy, right? I expect you to tell me what the meaning of the slope is. In this case, it would be the density. Every slope has some kind of meaning. Some are a little easier to understand than others. I would expect to be able to graph data. In other words, actually on paper, make a graph. On a laptop, put in data. Give me a scatter plot. There's a whole whack of them right there. Write the equation of line of best fit, and I would expect you to know the three types of relationships, those being linear, quadratic, and inverse. I spent a day ranting at you about what the difference is between a model and a theory and a law. Remember that? It was really boring. I went on and on and on. If you need to, go back, re-listen to it. It's there on Schoology. Every lesson is there. All you got to do is go back and find the day and click on it and watch the YouTube video. It's quite exciting. If you have trouble sleeping, it'll sure to work for you. Are you waving at me, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you want? Thanks for letting me know. Okay, so I expect you to be able to give me a model. Likely a model that's changed over time. What's one of the models that we talked about that's changed over time? Model of the solar system, model of the Earth, model of the atomic, the atom itself. Those are all good examples. We talked about theory. Remember we talked about the American politician that used the language, just a theory. What's he doing wrong? Theories are not unproven things. Theories are explanations, right? And there's that spectrum between robust and speculative. Robust means lots of data, most people accept it as true. Speculative means that it's still more work to be done on it. And most theories sort of lie somewhere on that spectrum. You should be able to tell me what is a law and give an example. You might remember the law of parsimony. Remember the horse that could count and do math? Turned out to be a hoax. What's the law of parsimony? Generally, the simpler explanation is the correct one. Another good example of that was the Copernican model, where they had the Earth. The Copernican model had the sun at the center. The other model had the geocentric one, had the Earth at the center, but everything sort of had to be very complicated to make that work. Okay, so law of parsimony is, hey, let's make it simple. That makes more sense. Okay, then we got into vectors. I will expect you to be able to draw a scale drawing, add by scale drawing, add by Pythagoras, subtract by scale, subtract by Pythagoras.
How long is this test going to be?
70 minutes. Actually, lots of you will be done in about 45 minutes. And I expect to be able to explain why the order does not matter. Maybe give me an example.
You will know 3 questions in 4 minutes.
Well, you're going to have to pick up the pace. Here's a tip.